Imagine being praised, overly praised for getting good scores in the test or winning a trophy, but almost invisible, like you don't even exist, almost humiliatingly invisible when you don't do well. And that is an experience of a golden child. Being a golden child seems like a dream. You can never do anything wrong. You are the favorite child. But the reality is completely different. The golden child role comes with its own invisible pain. In this video, you will know what are the signs of being a golden child and the hidden struggle of a golden child. Watch it until the end because I'm going to share what healing of a golden child looks like. Hi everyone, I'm Renuka. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is a safe place where we talk all about mental health, productivity, and leveling up, especially if you're a woman. This is the second video of the series that we are talking about the roles of family members in a toxic environment. And in my previous video, the link is here, we talked about a scapegoat child. And this video, we're going to talk about the golden child, which is always put on a pedestal. The golden child is oftentimes the boy in the family, if you're talking about gender, especially in the Asian families. It could be girl child also, depending on the house environment. Most often it is the boy child. A golden child is a child which is always compared with other children. He is always put on a pedestal. Even he can never do anything wrong. This child experience of life is very confusing because he's always put in on a pedestal, and the moment he steps out of the family, he's treated like everybody else, and it's very skewed. The child is forced because of positive reinforcement. Using positive reinforcement, this child is always praised and always given love conditionally when the child performs and almost ignored when he's not able to perform. A child has to experience all kind of emotion, failure, wins, sorrows, happiness. And when the child experience is only when the good emotions are there, only when he's performing, that is the time when he's seen. The other times he's not seen. The love is conditional. This child, a reality becomes a constant hustle where he's always trying to perform so that he can maintain that pedestal. These are the children, they avoid sharing their vulnerability or their own emotions because love is conditional. They don't want people to run away from them. So they would hide their feelings and they would not trust anybody with their feelings. They feel a constant pressure to be perfect, which is not possible. And they always have this fear in their mind that if they are not performing, they are not going to be loved. And these are the children who grow up to be narcissistic when it becomes a constant struggle to get validation from outside. Imagine being a golden child of a family where you are put on a pedestal whenever you're performing and whenever you're doing something good, you're getting good grades. You're only allowed to express the good emotions because the narcissistic parent don't have the capacity to handle the negative emotion or cannot give the emotional support or regulation for another child. This child starts suppressing the negative emotions, and this child suppresses all the negativities that is there in all of us and doesn't want to see it. And he only wants to believe the narrative that is that he's the best, he can never do anything wrong. He's almost like unrealistic entitlement, unrealistic image of self, which when they go outside, out of their family, in the real life, the narrative doesn't match because outside people are not giving praises for not doing anything. So this child now has to learn those tactics to always look like they are performing, even when they're not performing. And this gives rise to a narcissistic person, which is going to carry forward the cycle into another family. It might look like this person has everything going for them, but in reality, living a life like this, which is confusing, they don't have a good sense of their self, it feels like living in a cage, and they always have to perform. So it's always like a rat on a treadmill. If they rest, if they stop, it will be taken away. Everything that they have built is going to be taken away. So this person has to keep inside all his emotion, never share, never get vulnerable. And because they have never learned emotional regulation, so they have no capacity to emotionally regulate their partner or their children, and can never truly experience emotional intimacy with anybody. Most often, these are the boys who are mama's boys. Even the partner that they choose is not because they are connected with that partner, but mostly because what this partner can provide to them. And how does this partner look like? Will they get their mother's approval? It feels like a very, very trapped lifestyle. And the way of healing is to recognize that your worth is not tied to your performance. You are deserving of love the moment that you're born. These are also the people who can sometimes develop avoidant attachment, where you are just incapable of connecting at a deeper level with anybody. The moment there are heavy emotions or big emotions, you just have to disconnect from it because you never learned how to hold space for someone. And it was big emotions or negative emotion that we can call negative emotions are the ones that makes the relationship very unsafe. So healing can also look like working on your attachment style, and some kind of journaling would be very helpful. If you have become a narcissistic person, then narcissistic person, if you know, they will never accept that there's any flaws in them, because if they don't have any flaw, then they will not seek therapy. But if it is just the avoidant attachment style that you're having difficulty with, that can be navigated through journaling, through awareness, and therapy is very helpful to get that practice of getting aware when you're doing that. Most often we are not sure when we are disconnecting from people and the reason and what are the side of us that we are having a difficult time accepting us. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is part 2 of a small series of videos where we're talking about toxic dynamics in a family. In the next video, we're going to talk about how the relationship between a scapegoated child and a golden child affect each other, and sometimes they switch the roles, and how does it affect them in their relationship as life goes on and as in adulthood. If this resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Share it with somebody who you think might benefit from this video. I will see you next time in my next video. Until then, bye-bye.